Coming to this cemetery is actually quite strange. The reason I'm saying that is because this cemetery is just like a big old line. It starts way down there and it goes all the way down there. It's just a straight shot north and south. So let's go see if we can find some really cool graves like this one. This one's actually not my favorite, but it's actually really cool. And apparently there's a cast iron one, so we're going to check out this one over there. These are the type of graves that you don't see as much anymore besides at a cemetery in New Orleans. They're trying to keep the history as much as they can. The guy here was born 1844 apparently. His name's Leeds. If you look closely, you'll see like a fish lion type of design on the cast iron tomb. Something that you don't usually see every day, but it's pretty cool actually. A big old tombstone made of a rock. Pretty crazy actually. So here's a wooden headstone, if you look at it. Something that you don't usually see every day. A World War II veteran. He was born in 1781, died in 1863. Society of the War of 1812 in the state of Louisiana. Wow. So he's buried somewhere in this monument. There's something really interesting about this plot. There's beer cans sitting inside of this tomb. Up there as well. If you've seen my Holt Cemetery video, this tree looks exactly like the one that I filmed a while back. Just the way it's laid out, with the graves underneath the tree. It's wicked. This wall that you're looking at is another way that they put the people into the cribs. People who couldn't afford the big old fancy tombs. And it goes all the way down there on both sides. Over time, stuff like this happens. There's one of them that's destroyed. Something I find strange, which I'm guessing... So there's numbers on this thing. I've seen up to 70. So I guess there's either 70 people total buried here, or maybe there's more. But that's kind of strange, because look, here's another one. It's a 3. A 4. I don't see 5, but 6, 7, 8. And it just keeps going on and on. So the tree you just saw a couple seconds ago, looks like there's burnt marks inside of it. I think somebody set it on fire at one point. You can see all that. It's the inside of the tree. Yep, that is burnt marks. Somebody set it on fire. You can tell somebody left a little rose. Like I say in my other videos, it doesn't surprise me to see headstones falling over, broken into, and all this. It's New Orleans, by the way. I'm not saying that's a good thing, I'm just saying that I see it a lot. Hopefully it'll get repaired one day. Same with these. I hope one day they also get repaired. I have filmed quite a few cemeteries where a tree is actually growing in the tombstone, on the tombstone, or around the plot. And as you can tell, this tree is growing inside the plot of the tombstones. Or maybe on the tombstones, I don't know. That tree smells pretty good. And it's an open tomb. There's an open tomb. I'm not gonna peek my camera inside there because that's disrespectful. I don't want to show none of that. That's not me. I just want to show you the broken tomb. And right across from this tomb is another broken one. And like I said minutes ago, I'm not gonna show inside of it, but right there where my finger is. It's about the closest I'm gonna get. That's just scary. And then look at this. It just keeps going on and on and on. Damaged tombs. Joshua James is the guy that's buried here with the broken tomb, along with this beside it. It makes you wonder how it happens. Could be vandalism, could be nature, it could be anything above the question that I just said. You can see a tree right in the middle, so maybe a tree. Who knows? Looks like we have a Chinese grave over here. Let's go check it out. And the reason I'm saying Chinese is because there's letters up there. Oh yeah, it says Chinese cemetery and it says July 1904. Somebody tried to get inside here for sure. Wow, you can tell how old this is. Starting to decay. Happens. There's some Chinese words at the end. Some gifts. Everything that you see. Nature. There's a lot of people buried in here. 45, 46, 47, 48. Must be 48 people buried in here. So this is one of the famous graves that are in the cemetery. A fireman apparently died in a fire, and he's now, his monument is here, being remembered of him when he was here. Let's go check out some of the little detail on close up. The detail is actually quite nice. You can tell they put some thought into it. The craftsmanship though, it's just top notch. You still see stuff like this today, but not as much, like they did in the early 1900s or 1800s as well. Lost his life in the fire of a charge of his duties as a fireman of the Mississippi Fire Department, number 2, at a fire camp street on the 1st of January, 1837. That dates back some time. The fact that you can climb this tombstone, I'm going for it. Because you can see there's stepping stones. Whoa. That is wicked. And there's the Chinese tombstone that you just saw. Family Chinese. Look at these guys. These are probably the most unique graves in the cemetery. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. It's a palm tree. Cut down palm tree. A really nice iron fence around his tomb. With this, where he's buried at. Adele Hushton. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce the name, I'm sorry. That must be Mr. and Mrs. Rushton. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly. I think his tomb needs a little bit of maintenance. A little cutting. This tombstone is all by himself. This is another one of the fire marshals that has died and now buried here. Philadelphia fire engine number 14. He has a very nice plot. A very, very nice plot. And if you are in New Orleans and you know where the area it is, if you want to know where this is at, it's pretty much the front entrance. And there's a sign that says Cypress and orange. What a tombstone. And look at the fence. Crazy. Right across from the fireman's grave. Look at this one. The reason I said fireman is because I don't see a name on there. But this is another tomb. His name is James Holdwell. Yeah, James Holdwell. And the cast iron on this one is incredible. This is what I like to see at cemeteries. Like I said, you don't see these types anymore. Oh, there's a dog over here. Look at this. Wow. And look at the lock. Whoa. You can tell it hasn't been opened up in a long, long time. January 2nd, 1847, when the person was born, and the person died in July 4th, 1866. That's on Independence Day. And that's coming up too. It's almost here. There's a couple of older tombs. Whoa, look at this one. You can actually walk inside of it. Wow. Something that you don't see every day. There's a couple of wasps in here, we have to be careful. Like I said, there's something that you don't see every day. Here's another tomb that I found that looks interesting. It's covered in rocks. Especially the ground, the outline. And look at this. No name, no date, just a headstone sitting here.